Steven with Southern Trucks and 4x4. Here at Southern Trucks, we not only do accessories and parts for individuals, but we also perform commercial work on business fleets. We can service and repair both diesel and gas engines. Our experienced service technicians and advanced technology allows us to upgrade your company's vehicles' performance and fuel mileage. We can accessorize your vehicles with products or design and manufacture any modification that your business vehicle requires.
If it has to do with your business vehicle, Southern Trucks and 4x4, your people. 45 Bypass, 668-8084.
Monday Night Football, the NFL, only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
7:13 left in the third quarter. Peabody's just hit pay dirt for the first time tonight to close the gap to 12, and now Peabody going to go for two. Here, Bew.
Yeah, I personally prefer one here, but they can get it to within 2 or within 10 with a conversion.
Tight formation. Malone out of the gun. Play action. He's back to throw. In trouble. Here comes the pressure. He'll run for it. Malone dives. Did he get in? No. They say he did not get into the end zone. Didn't break that goal line. And Peabody fans, they don't like the call. They thought he got in. See, the narrator's down near the goal line. But there is some laundry on the field, and it's going to be on Adamsville. By the reaction of the Peabody players, it is. Shot block on the defense. Coach, you ever heard of that?
Yes, you can try to take a player, defensive or offensive player's knees out that way too.
So a break for Peabody. They're going to get another shot at it here.
Dan, I think they've got another term than a chop block when you go in low like that at the knees.
You familiar with it, Bew?
I don't know what the call is. I've honestly never seen it before.
So Peabody going to go for two here. Malone out of the gun. Malone, he'll hand it off this time. Johnson fights. He breaks the goal line. And the two-point conversion is successful. And Peabody now has closed the gap to 10 points. Let's go down on the sideline. Here's Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Well, fellas, that's the big lift that Peabody needed. We talked about they need to score before Adamsville did. Adamsville scored, but Peabody immediately answered to cut this lead to 10.
24-14. It's Peabody. That's the way you want to respond to the narrator pointed out, Bew. These drives like this are called championship drives. And this game, which was getting out of hand 24-6, now Peabody all of a sudden is only 10 points down.
And Kendrick Malone made some monster plays on that drive with his feet and with his arm.
I'm like you, Bass. I think he's got to keep running the football.
Got to.
Almost get Wildcat style.
It'll set so many more things up, and it's more natural for them. I think it's what they're better at. They can throw the football, there's no doubt, but you got to keep running.
We welcome everyone watching at point5digital.com. We set a record last week, and fellas, we are surpassing that this week. Here's the kickoff. High driving will carry into the end zone. Oh, boy. Thought he was coming out, but the officials say no. And Drew Sanders, what a job he's done tonight kicking for this Peabody team. 2 field goals. One of those was 40-plus yards, Bew. And his kickoffs have twice sailed into the end zone for touchbacks.
And you never know. It could end up being the difference in this ballgame. But, you know, this Trenton Peabody defense has something to think about after that long connection to Ross Burcham last time. You can't just swell up for the run. You got to be worried about that. You got your defensive backs playing run support, but they got to remember Burcham over the top.
You got to give a safety and play him deep enough that he can give some help. But you're so scared of the running game, you play support that way.
First and 10, Adamsville, Malone, 20 irons on the ground, right side. Irons from the 20 out to the 22. It's a pickup of 2 yards on first down. You can see the team speed defensively. That flow got to him that time.
Yeah, that looked more like the Trenton Peabody defense we saw in the first quarter.
Well, they didn't let the man get outside of him. You had a corner over there that kept him turned inside. But Adamsville really wants to create a seam like the old Green Bay Packers sweep for him to run up into.
Boy, they do. It looks like that on that sweep, doesn't it, Coach?
Yes, it does.
Second down and 8. Adamsville at their own 22-yard line. 6.5 minutes left, third quarter. 10-point Adamsville advantage. Out of the shotgun is Paul. He'll hand off. Irons running left side this time, looking for the edge. He won't get there. He's taken down after a gain of 2. As Irons moves from the 22 out to the 24, bringing up 3rd down and 6 for the Cardinals.
And really making his presence felt on the defensive side of the ball that time. That was all about Kendrick Malone. He recognizes this right away. Now watch here on the replay, Danny. He sees it, does not crash down, does not allow himself to get engaged, strings it all the way out, uses his speed, and makes a fantastic play against the run.
Certified, or make that hometown self-storage instant replay. 3rd and 6. The Cardinals from their own 24. 5:48 left in the 3rd quarter. Back to throw as Paul sends it out and broken up by Penn. It was intended for Ross Burcham right at the sticks, and Penn cut in front of Burcham and slapped it away. Peabody. If he'd have been a step quicker, he might have had a pick 6 there.
Yeah, he went with the safe play and that's to make sure to break it up and get 4th down right there. But you're right, also a chance for a pick right there. But actually, it'd have been tough to get there for that pick. I think he made the best of what he could do on that play.
Great play there, wasn't it,
Knock it down. You don't be a hero now. Let's play football, because you can miss as a hero.
Burcham in to punt it away, and Jared Penn standing back in midfield. Here comes the pressure. Burcham gets it off, hits it off the side of his foot. It's a shank, and the officials will mark it out of bounds. Let's see. They're at the 40 now. They say it went out at the 39-yard line. So Peabody, with great field position, they'll have it 1st and 10 from the Adamsville 39-yard line. 5:35 left in the 3rd quarter. We got a long way to go here. Adamsville, after getting down 6-0, put up 24 unanswered points. Now Peabody with a touchdown and 2-point conversion. Bass, it's a 10-point game, 24 to 14 Adamsville.
We got a completely different ball game, especially if they can punch it in here.
Here's Malone, play action, back to throw again. Plenty of time, still looking, goes across the middle, caught at the 25, down to the 20. It's Jared Penn taken off his feet at the 16-yard line. Jared Penn has come alive here in the 2nd half, and that's another food right 1st down for the tie.
Well, Coach Nelson, I'm going to say, look at this replay, Danny. Now, look at this replay. What do you see? You don't see Adamsville defenders sweating Kendrick Malone. Phenomenal job of pass blocking.
21-yard gain. Now a swing pass at a flat, low, and incomplete. Looking for Penn once again. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock stops. 5:13 left 3rd quarter. 24 to 14 Adamsville.
You know, I couldn't tell if that's one of those deals where he saw a quick jump by an Adamsville defender and said, if I make a good throw here, it may be a pick 6, and maybe he throws it at the feet.
Yep, you're right. I tell you what I like. I liked his patience holding the football till that receiver broke open a minute ago.
2nd and 10. Malone going to keep it. Malone hit it to line, gets away, and then thrown down in the backfield. He'll lose. Back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd down at 11.
Boy, on this zone read. Now watch right here. Why don't you hand it off to Brandon Johnson? There is no defensive end whatsoever. If we can get a replay of that, you're going to see, Danny, there is no right defensive end whatsoever. If he gives that ball off to Brandon Johnson, it might be a touchdown.
3rd down, and they mark him back at the 20. It's 3rd down and 13. Here's Malone back to throw again. Malone, here comes the pressure, steps up at the 20. Malone outside to numbers 15, down to the 10, cuts back inside at the 5, and runs out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that should be enough for a 1st down as Kendrick Malone making things happen with his feet, and that is a food right 1st down.
Watch 87, the tight end here, seal off the edge. Now watch this, full block, cuts him back inside. Look at that. Now seals that right edge off and gives Malone the room to run.
Well, Matthew Pickard, an outstanding blocker.
After I had a shot at him at the 10 and he made a miss, now we got some laundry, Coach.
I believe it's going to be in the neutral zone against Adamsville.
That looked like he might have made contact with an offensive lineman.
Coach is right. It's encroachment on the Cardinals. And that'll move the tie closer to the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal from the Adamsville 3. Malone out of the gun with 3 wide receivers. Johnson in the backfield. It's Johnson on the carry. Johnson hit at the line of scrimmage and push backwards. He'll have a yard, and that's about all. It'll be second down and goal.
That's where you need a moose back there. You need a power runner. Both of those guys, in Johnson and Malone, they're fantastic players, but they're light as far as size goes. Don't pack a huge punch. That's why I have a fullback or a tight end back there blocking and good for the dive.
Johnson, 5'8", 175-pounder. Second and goal from the 3. Malone out of the gun. 14 on the play clock is Malone surveying the defense. Johnson in the backfield. Here's Malone back to throw. Swing pass, dangerous, and it's nearly intercepted. Goes incomplete, and Ross Burcham, you think he knew that was coming? Oh, boy.
Burcham had that in his possession for about 5 yards and just couldn't wrangle it, or it's an easy pick six. Look at this.
Boy, Burcham did have a shot at that one twice. That'd have been a 90-yard interception return for a touchdown.
And Trenton missed it right there, because right there in the A-gap, the split was huge. That quarterback draw, and Malone's walking in probably untouched with a good block.
Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Bass. We were up here showing the size of the gap.
So third and goal, the tied at the 3. Malone out of that gun again. Malone back to throw. Goes across the middle, has his man, and caught at the 1 on his back. He made the catch going to the ground. Didn't get in the end zone. So it'll be fourth down and goal from the 1. And what do you do here? Do you kick the almost certain extra or field goal? It's almost an extra point to get within 7, or do you go for it?
I'm feeling good about my offense right now. I don't like doing that out of a shotgun, but even if you don't get it, you're getting them inside the 1.
This is where I don't like it.
Fourth down and goal. Here's Johnson diving. Johnson, touchdown! Brandon Johnson diving in from 1 yard out. And that's a State Farm touchdown. And, boy, that was a big one. State Farm Insurance, Amy Greer, the State Farm agent here. Call 855-0433. And Buford, we got a game here.
Yeah, that was a great job by the right side of that offensive line for Trenton Peabody. Man on man.
Sanders' extra point is up, and it is perfect. And with 3:06 left in the third quarter, our new score. Adamsville 24 and Peabody 21 on Jackson's News Talk. 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Modern Telephone can install the most reliable phone system in the world in your business, but